Hi. So the topic for this presentation is the evolving fringe as future prime movers of sustainable cities, case studies around Kolkata, India. Kolkata, previously Calcutta, is the primate city of the state of West Bengal in India. The British colonial rulers of India used Kolkata as a port city. It has a long history which dates back to the year of 1686. It has its urban planning history which dates back to the early 1960s. The interest of public in better quality of life in affordable prices were only available in the peri-urban areas. Hence, in the late 80s, boom in housing demand started showing up in the peri-urban regions of the city of Kolkata. Since then, the city periphery of Kolkata started experiencing haphazard growth. The latter half of the 90s, the transport system mode of conveyance augmented and the city started to grow along its transport corridors. Counter-urbanization happened. So that now growth happened along came in globalization with technology, new industries and networks. The settlements in peri-urban areas of KMA suffered from ultimate pollution, heavy traffic, congested development due to demand and supply chain, and waste generation problem. Governance and local body authority, of course, had implementation failure in their planning procedures. So the methodology and data selection portion for this research, we started the methodology by analyzing the peri-urban area structure outside the city of Kolkata, and we delineated the zones by core city, inner fringe and outer fringe. Following to it, we identified the peri-urban location of peri-urban areas of the city of Kolkata. Further to this, after analyzing the land use, built up infrastructure, population and income, we identified few non-saturated model peri-urban areas inside KMA which need immediate intervention in planning level. Then we analyzed the selected non-saturated model areas based on spatial and physical changes and data related to statistics. Furthermore, these data were analyzed through LULC mapping, onto which Shannon's entropy analysis and chi-square analysis was done. And then we studied in depth the population, digital growth, literacy, and female work participation in these areas to find out the correlation factors and weightage index to predict the urbanization trend that are there in each of these areas. Finally, we evaluated the whole data set to establish that these peri-urban areas or for this research one particular area are is acting as the prime mover of the city to make it sustainable, and also we gave certain immediate planning intervention which are required to be implemented immediately. For this research, the indicators based on socio-economic condition and the physical space were considered. And we divided our database into two prime sources. One is a primary database and second is a secondary database. Primary database was based on the reconnaissance survey, land use survey, household survey inside KMA and around and beyond Kolkata municipal area. And we did the expert opinion survey as a part of the primary database. For the secondary database, we collected satellite images of West Bengal, Kolkata, and we collected the map of Kolkata metropolitan area from Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority. Then maps were collected from various urban local bodies. Topo sheets were collected from Survey of India and further on. Despite the fact that a huge amount of human settlements have been generated surrounding the city of Kolkata, we could only locate 196 in the peri-urban. For this research study, the transitional spaces between the city and the rural have been categorized into two different typologies. One is peri-urban type A and second is peri-urban type B. Peri-urban type A conforms to the definition of urban defined by Directorate of Census, Government of India. Peri-urban type B, which are about to fulfill the criteria noted down by Government of India Census as urban areas. So all these peri-urban type A and type B were plotted inside the radius of 5 to 10 kilometers around the Kolkata metropolitan area, and it was found out that mostly all the two categories of peri-urban areas are lying inside the region of Kolkata metropolitan area. Hence, the in-depth study of finding out the immediate intervention zone concentrated on the area of Kolkata metropolitan area, and in-depth analysis of the LULC mapping was done for this research studies. For the data that we collected from 2021, we got hold of the 4 saturated and non-saturated peri-urban areas surrounding the city of Kolkata, and further on to this, we plotted these areas into the proposed developments by Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority for the bus terminals and possible corridors for transport, integrated transport networks, and also for the industrial growth centers, and found out that these unsaturated zones are actually located very near to all these proposals, which could be a great push or pull factor acting for rapid urbanization in these areas. Hence, the further study went on to finding out the density versus distance mapping and weighted indicator for the time distance relationship of different zones, or all these 4 zones, unsaturated zones with growth potential, based on their distance from the main city core and the transport nodes. And it was found out that the zone 1, Rajpur, Shunarpur or Baripur area, is coming on to rank 1, and that gave us the idea that this is the area where we will concentrate for this research part, because it needs immediate intervention. That is, it is really close to the city center and is prone to fast-paced urbanization. Hence, Baripur was selected for the study. So we studied studied in depth the land use plan of Baripur municipality, and saw the location and its connectivity to the city. Then the Shannon's entropy, the LULC mapping of Baripur municipality was done, and a prediction was done for the year of 2051. So it was seen that it had a greater vegetation coverage than the rest of the unsaturated municipal areas in 1991, that has reduced to a great extent in 2021. And fallow lands, which were identified especially in the central and southern region in 1991 and 2001, has reduced steadily in 2051. Then from Shannon's entropy, it was entropy value determination done on the LULC mapping. It was proved that the actual growth happened through the connecting transport corridors with the city center. The chi-square analysis onto the same LULC mapping given us a very lower degree of freedom, which indicates a fast-paced growth within the zone. Level is in a discussion. The entire detailed research demonstrates that in Baripur, the municipality's growth direction is in the northernmost wards, as the city of Kolkata is located in the municipality's northern outskirts, primarily due to real estate sector boom. And as a result of this, the development of municipality's southern part has been uneven. This peri-urban area's 3 northernmost wards have experienced significant growth, owing primarily to their proximity to Kolkata and the availability of vacant land. 4 wards in the city central zone have grown in recent years. Land use patterns is heavily influenced by the main road and the rail route, as well as its proximity to Kolkata. As a result, the main residential, commercial and semi-public areas are concentrated along the transportation route with a focus on the north. It has water supply deficit. Water in some slum pockets contain arsenic as well. It has unsanitary environment in some portions. It has solid waste management disputes. It has, and the roads in some parts must be widened to accommodate increased vehicular traffic. Hence, to conclude, it is evident from this above study that peri-urban areas in the fringe of the city of Kolkata is acting as a prime movers for the benefit of the oversaturated city core, making the city sustainable in many ways. However, unplanned growth is resulting in poor quality of life in many cases. Hence, they require to be implemented with immediate intervention of planning policies. The strategies and policies can be proposed are as follows. We need planned utilization of land, balanced growth of economy, preservation of agricultural areas for protection of ecological environment, a DPR or a vision report. We need local regulation. We need to strengthen existing major transportation and toward transport-oriented development policy can be applied to these areas. So the development in these peri-urban areas shall also need major surgeries in infrastructural developments, which include sewage, garbage disposal system, water supply and sanitation, medical facility, etc. We strongly recommend and need public and private participation while creating a DPR. And we need to incorporate property and taxation laws and utility outreach policy, and proper law and order implementation by block development authorities are appropriate concept for these outer fringe areas. Thank you for listening.